Okay. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. So, for this installment today, I just want to speak about narcissism in relationships. And I have 7 signs for you. If you stay till the end, I have 7 signs for you. So I'm just gonna start from the top. Narcissist, or also known as the Jezebel spirit. So in the Bible, it's called the Jezebel spirit, but in psychology and health and what have you, they call it narcissism. Okay, so this spirit has no gender, so you can find it in males or females. People having this spirit, it's an unclean spirit, if you ask me. So basically, how you get entangled with people under this spirit, they will maybe propose you for a relationship, and then you find the men with the spirit are fond of letting the lady fall pregnant that they can have a child by her, whereas the woman with the spirit are fond of trapping a man into marriage, and they like wealthy people. The women go for wealthy guys to trap. And then why I'm saying trap is because misery loves company. These people are extremely miserable with themselves, so they want to trap you that you'll always be part of their miserable life, that they can get supply from you. It's all about supply. They actually energy vampires, so they want to drain you of your energy, of your life blood, basically. This is what this spirit is about. So yeah, as I said, they meet you, and then in the beginning they love bomb you. So this is like a way for them to speed up the relationship. All of a sudden you feel like you've known this person your whole life, but you just met, and this is their way of like accelerating the relationship forward, that you miss the red flags, that you blinded by this love bombing that they do. So that's how they usually start relationships, with the love bomb. They will love bomb you, the victim. They choose you, and there's some assessing that they do of you in this early stages. Basically, break your boundaries, see how far they can push you, see what you're willing to allow and not, and what have you. Okay. And then these people now, okay, that's how they get you. Now you're in the relationship with them. Maybe you're married, and then you pregnant. They get you pregnant in order to trap you, and then you find that the child born into this relationship, excuse me, is just a pawn. They'll use a child for a pawn. They neglect the child. They won't attend to the child's needs. They neglect the child. And this is a way also of them conditioning the child not to expect or to rely on them, basically. Yeah, you can't depend on these people. And from a child, they condition you not to rely on them by neglecting you. And then also, they condition the child to become supply for them. They condition the child to like have admiration for them and worship them. You can go very deep on this topic, but I'm just gonna keep it streamlined. So that's the child. So the children are often neglected in these relationships. It's just basically growing up in a toxic environment for this child. And you find that later on in life, these children have tons of healing work that they need to do in order for them to just come back to themselves, if I can call it that. And yeah, so the child is just a pawn in the game. And if you end up in a relationship like this, basically it's a life of hell on earth. if you can't get out, it's just going to be a life of hell on earth. This person, yeah, it's basically a fight for your life, a fight for your sanity. And the aim of this person is to take out your destiny, to destroy your destiny, to take you right off your path to your destiny. If they can kill, steal, or destroy, that's what they're gonna do. This person is an agent of evil, of the devil, if I can just be clear. So I'm gonna get into the 7 signs that you're dealing with the Jezebel spirit. Number 1 is he or she, okay, she, I have it in female, but it says she rules her husband. So if it's a female, she tends to rule her husband, control him, emasculate him. And if it's a male, what does the male do in this situation? The male usually opts to shirk responsibility in relationships, that the woman has to now go into her masculine and lead and be the responsible one in this relationship. So, as God would have it, the man is the head. Um, the spirit is just want to go against God. So the woman, she will emasculate the man that she can be the head, and the man shirks responsibility and pushes the woman up into that leading role, leaving her uncovered basically. So that's the first one. Sure, he rules her husband, her partner, let's say. Number 2, he or she loves to manipulate. These people are manipulators, if you ever saw one. That's number 2. Number 3, he or she falsely accuses the godly. So even in your life, if there's anyone that's good, that's just shining their light for good and positive and helpful, they're gonna falsely accuse and speak bad of people like that. They hate people who are trying to do good basically. Number 4, he or she uses lust to control. They like to break you down and get you under the spirit of lust, regarding sex and some things like that also. And this is the way that the female hooks the guy in also. She usually uses lust. And the man, in the sense of the male, he can push you beyond your boundaries sexually, just to like break you down and just, yeah, it's just all evil and toxic. And then number 5, he or she claims to be religious. Oh, now this toxic narcissist that claims to be religious is just the worst kind. You find them all over, even pastoring churches, even preachers who are bound by the spirit, if I can call it bound, but they're operating rather under the spirit that claims to be religious. And so basically, they agree, yes, there is a God, he exists, but they deny his power. They deny his power, and that's the part that they don't believe. They don't truly believe. And the sad part here is a lot of our Christian brothers and sisters fall for the spirit because they put on a pretense of being religious. So that's something to look out for. And then number 6, he or she refuses to accept guilt. They see themselves as perfect, that they cannot do any wrong basically. They're not capable of doing any wrong or making mistakes, and they will never take any responsibility. So yeah, he or she refuses to accept guilt. And in the last one, number 7, he or she is ungrateful to God. So those are the 7 traits of a Jezebel spirit or narcissist, as it's also known as. And then, so basically, just beware of the character of the person you're choosing to allow into your life, or you're choosing to get into relationships with. The people that you're choosing, you need to vet them. You need to slow down in this dating process at the very start and check out for red flags. Don't just fall into love. Yeah, because that's their MO. They usually love bomb their victims in the beginning, that your eyes are blinded. So yeah, so that's the Jezebel spirit. And another personality trait of the spirit is that they toxic and so negative, like all the time. Some of their other traits, or they extremely critical, judgmental, they unsupportive, they will belittle you and just make you feel not good about yourself. And the worst part is the jealousy. Where have you found you in a relationship with somebody, but your partner or your spouse is jealous of you? They're jealous of your accomplishments and in competition with you. It's just ridiculous. But this is that spirit, like all the time, passive aggressive and just not good. So yeah, this has been the 7 signs of the Jezebel spirit, also known as a narcissist. And I'm thinking of doing a series on this because I have experience of being in a relationship with somebody like this. And I really did a deep dive into this just to understand what is this, and how do I protect myself against such a spirit. So I'm sure that I can add some value on this topic. So I'm going to be doing a series on this narcissism, Jezebel spirit. So check out for that. Let me know what you'd like me to speak on in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. This has been me finding my higher voice. Peace out.